Dezrocksteady at King of the Pit TV.
Now bless, now don't forget rest now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in and signing out. We just listened to Slayer's fourth record, which was entitled South of Heaven. It was a fantastic record. We had 10 tracks on here. Didn't outstay its welcome. Just the right amount of material. I mean, arguably you could remove a cover and make it 9. I know Slayer have got a record of covers and so forth. I don't want to hear a Judas Priest cover on a literal Slayer record. Have we had a cover song on any of the albums up until this point? I didn't think it was necessary. But I'm not just going to start jumping and start criticising. This was a great change of pace from Rain in Blood. If they did another record like Rain in Blood, not only would it not, what am I trying to say? Not only would it not possess the star power of Rain in Blood, but it would actually devalue the quality of Rain in Blood, because it would just sort of economically water down what was once unique and fantastic. So a lot of pressure was on this band, no doubt, at this point, to put out a record that not only arguably compares but isn't the same. And they did a fantastic job. Plenty of mosh riffs, plenty of stomp riffs, plenty of just ridiculous hardcore ugliness on this record. This record arguably would probably influence more metalcore bands of the 90s and onwards, that style, than Rain in Blood and the predecessors ever would. Very cool sound, very modern sound, released in 88, but it sounds like it's full of 90s ideas because of what it went on to influence, if not indirectly. And we had everything we needed from a record. I mean, Dave Lombardo, I would argue, stole the show on this. The drums were produced incredibly clean, and the drum fills were just second to none. The guitars, yeah, cool, good ideas, good riffs, but the drumming was just blown out of proportion on the record, to a point where I could say, arguably, it was detrimental to some extent, because he had a higher vibration, not in the musical sense, but in the soundscape than the rest of the band. He was playing at a higher standard. He was cleaner, tighter, more egocentric in a way. Definitely had something to prove. Or at least he'd been practicing to the point where it just came second nature, because it was absolutely incredible. Songwriting was really good. Better than Rain in Blood, the songwriting. And I enjoyed the mid-tempo approach. Do I associate that with Slayer to this day? Nah, Slayer fast. Slayer are a fast band. I always look at Slayer as a fast band, but they retained that demonic, evil, devilish quality and didn't lose no star power. Really good. Really good. I'm just going to leave that one there. What can we rate this? I'm going to rate this record a what? I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I feel like there were some weaker tracks on the record. As we got to the end, from track 6 onwards, it was not nowhere as good as the first part of the record, in my opinion. Nowhere near as good. So it feels like they threw the lesser quality on the back, which shouldn't have been the case. I do disagree with that, but some people would disagree with me on what I'm saying. And on that note, I'm signing out, so peace with love.